In the third part of the video, what we learned? We learned to create the app repo for hosting, right? Like we have created the app repository from the dev file, and that can be hosted, right? Now we are going to the last part of the hosting package, app package. We can see here hosting the newly created app repository using GitHub pages. So the app repository that we created in the previous video, we are going to host it using the GitHub pages. You can see here we created this go to yt.repo. If I do ls go to yt.repo, you can see here dist folder is there, and inside that we have created that repository. Release files are there, and all the packages are there, right? That were binded up by this Python script. This Python script is used to create that app file, app dist file. You can see here that we have already discussed in the previous video, so no need to discuss about this file. Uh, let's create a repository in GitHub also. So open the GitHub, and we are going to create an repository. Just click on repository, or you can simply do here also. Click on new. Give the name same BHUTUU dot repo. BHUTUU dot repo. Demo repository. Demo app repository for YouTube. Okay. Also keep it public, and then add a README file. This is important. And then you can add get ignore if you need it, but I don't need. License, I would add MIT, and then create the repository. Just wait for the creation. Yeah, it's created. Now what you have to do is you have to copy this. Just copy this, come here again, and then get cloned. Before that, what I would say, uh, I would I would copy the all files from this folder to the current folder, right? I will move that. Okay, move everything from there to here. Okay, now you can see test is here. Now delete this. Okay, we don't need this now. We have to delete it. rm minus rf, because if we will get clone it, then this will not clone as it is already present in the current entity, right? So now we can get clone it. Get clone, and then here I want to use bluetooth yt dot repo that we have created now, and it's cloning successful. Now we can move this disk back to this. Okay, sorry, move mv minus v tests to, thank you. So now we can go to, yeah, so we can see this is done here. Okay, now we can upload it on GitHub. Get add. Now we have to get commit m, and then here we have to give any message. You can type any message that you have done here. So what I will do is demo app repo is initialized, I would say. Okay, now need to get push. Yeah, so just wait until it get pushed on GitHub. Depending upon the size of your dist folder, it may take time. There's no problem about that. So just wait for the completion, and it's completed now. Okay, let's go back here. So it is uploaded. Let's refresh the page. So after refreshing, you will see here this is saved in our repository. You can see here the similar to my repository, original repository. If you will see, let me show you. If I show you my repository, with that, let me find go to dot repo. Yeah, this one my original repository for the termux. You can see similarly it's created. You can see here also the same, just we have changed this name, right? And license is also there, readme is also there, and this will be created further also. This file is important, that key is important. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm using termus and termus I have the same key, I'm going to download this key and keep there the same key on. So how can we download this? That you don't need to download because you have your own key, right? In the previous video, we have learned how to create the GPG key. The same public key that you have created, you have to keep in your folder, right? Just let me show you. Here, I have to wget minus q for the silence and then paste it. So here I have downloaded my BHUTUU.key because I need the same key here also because I'm signing this test file using the same of my private key, right? So same public key I have to give. Uh, but you have to give your own public key, not mine. Don't give mine public key. Okay? That will not work because in your computer your GPG key will be there, right? So if you have signed with your private key, then your public key only have to give there, right? Okay. Now again get add because I'm adding this key. You get commit minus m added uh, public key. Now get push. In your case, it may ask password or get push, and you have to give your password username if it will ask. Sometimes the password would not work, so you have to create your token. Okay, GitHub token. Then you have to give your token. Or if you're unable to upload by command line method, you can simply use drag and drop method and add file here, add file here and upload files. You can do simply that. Okay, now you can see if I refresh the page, BlueTooth is added, right? So this our audience need to means our users need to install in their system this key by using apt command. Okay, now we need to host it, right? Just we have uploaded now. It's not hosted. So what we can do is for hosting, just click on settings and we have to find GitHub pages, GitHub apps, deploy keys. Okay, yeah, it's pages. Just click on pages and then you can use here default branch and then main, select your branch and here you can select root docs. So currently I'm using roots. As if you will see in the my previous GitHub. Okay, let me show you from here. Go back. And if I go here in settings, that is my original repository. And if I go in the pages, and here you can see root. I have selected root only for hosting it, and it's hosted. Now go back to here. I have selected root, and then yeah, you can add just this theme to your site, and I would recommend to add because that will make it look beautiful. So how can we add this? You can read it. Okay, you can read all these things and you can add it, right? Actually, you just have to create a file. That is not much hard. Let me show you here what I have did. You have to make a config.yml file and you have to set this theme is equal to sorry theme is equal to Jekyll theme Kman. Just you have to make this config file and upload on your GitHub. It will automatically sync that. Okay. Currently, I'm skipping this now. Till here it's done. Okay. If you have any custom domain, then you can use here also. But I'm not using anything here now. Root main. So our file is live now. You can see here it's live. Okay. Here we have to choose from this. Right? We have changed it that. When we do it again, pause. But we have to do it from use. 1 minute. Let's try. Just to change it again. I have to do it from root, right? Let's see. I think previously I have already clicked it on the save. That's why it's happening. No problem. But you have to do it on the root only. Okay. Main, then root. Okay. Deploy from branch, and it will be hosted, right? Now, if you click here, visit site, then what you will see is you will see your readme file. Okay, what you will see, you will see your readme file, the content of your readme file. Suppose if I open my this one, if you see here, the readme is like that. You can see this readme, right? Now if you open this on what you will get is on Google, and github.github.io, then /, and you have to do here go to.repo. Then what you will see is the readme file, and because I have used this theme, that's why it looks good. You can also use that theme that I have shown you. Okay, now I'm going to show you this one. Go to byte.repo. Let's open this, and you can see this. This is the readme file of the newly created repository. So now our apt repository is hosted. Okay. Now for installing in user's system, we need to create a script that when the user run that script, then your repository may be configured in the system if it is suitable for that. Okay. System. It is suitable for that system. Otherwise, no. Because we have created the repository for termux, then it will work in termux only. Right? Because we have used the file system like data form termux, and but in the uh, new repository if you create and you want to make it for Linux, the normal Linux, not these terminal, then you have to use this user, not data.com does termux files, then user. You have uh, simply give the user folder, right? And that they will create one again in next videos. Now, let me configure this repository. First, what we have to do is we have to install this key in the user's system. Go to apt key add, and then bluetooth.key. You can see here TUU dot key. You have to run this in the user's computer. Okay, then what it will do is it will install the key. It will install the key. Also, apt key is deprecated. Managing key files in trusted dot gpg.d instead of this. Okay, this folder is in. If you will do cd prefix etc. or etc, and then apt, you will see here. You have to keep your key here, or it's like if you have done this apt key add key or your key, then what you can do is you can just copy your key that is created here to this one. Okay, just you can move there. Okay, you can move your key here after installing this trusted.gpg key. Gpg will be here. Okay, when you run this will come here. Okay, then you have to move this inside this, then it will work. Let's go trusted. If I do ls, you can see here I have added my GPG key. You can see here. Cat. You can see it is a raw file, right? It's not a key. So how can you do it? You just have to run this apt key add and your key name, and then it will be converted into this trusted.gpg key. right? And then you have to move this inside this trusted.gpg.d, and then you have to rename to your name. Okay, go to the gpg, then it will work fine. Okay. Okay. And then after that, you have to go into the sources dot list dot d, cd sources dot list dot d, and then here you have to create your repository list. Suppose I'm creating, let's see one example first. Cat go to, if you will see what is there, you can see here dev. You have to write this trusted is equal to yes, and then the URL of your repository, and then the name that you have given your in your package, like here what we have given. If you go to here, you have given go to YT spots, but let me show you. You can see here dist go to YT. Inside dist, what you have given go to YT, the same you have to give. Okay, the same you have to give. And here the branch, inside that branch, not your GitHub branch, inside that you have here given the main, right? So you have to give your main only. You can see here the main. Okay, so you have to give here the main only. Okay, let's create that. Let me copy this only. Control C, and then we have to create Bhutu dot, sorry, Bhutu byte dot repo dot list. We have to create this, and then just paste it here. And what do we need to change here? We have to do YT, and then here we have to do YT. Other else things are same because the same URL, my website, and then this one. Okay. Also, one more thing that I want to explain, that is you have to create your website first. First, you have to create your website on GitHub. Then only it will work. Like I have my website, you can see, and that is normal repository only. It was here only. You can see here bhutu.github.io. And how to create this website. If you want video on this, you can just tell me. I will make video over this. But you can find many videos on YouTube. That's already there. Okay. So you can see here bhutu.github.io. So this is mandatory to create this website with the name of your username, right? You can see here your username. If it is Bhutu, then you have to create bhutu.github.io, and in the small letters, of course, here it is in capital letter, doesn't matter, but you have to create here in the small letter. Suppose if your username is ABCD, right? Then you have to create abcd.github.io, this repository, using the same repository and the new repository, and you have to give the name uh, this abc.github.io, and that will be created. Inside that, you have to keep your index files. Like here, I have given the index file, the whole website that you want to make, that is necessary, and you have to host this also using this settings and the pages. You can see the pages, and here also I have done from root and then save it. And here I have not used this theme because I have already done my CSS. No need to use other CSS. Okay. So where we are, we have hosted this. Okay. Now let's try it. We have saved our file, and you can see we have created this. Inside this, we have created this. Now we have to do APT update and upgrade file. Okay. Okay. In the end release, it doesn't support architecture R64. R64 is not supported here. You can see here ProtoVite. It's configured here. What if I try to install app install? What was the name? So I have opened another session of terminal. Now here I am in home directory. My project, get package, ls, and then ls calculator. 1 minute. I will do cat calculator, then Debian, and then control file, and we have this name. So the same name we have to call by apt app install, and then this. If I do enter, you can see it is already installed. It is already installed. Let me remove it. App. remove um, apt remove calculator. We'll first remove it that we have already installed while we made this dev file. Install. Now you can see it's installing. Let me remove it again. Now, if you will say that we are in the same folder, that's why it's installing. But no, if I am here and the etc also etc sources dot list dot d file. Okay, here there is no any dev file, right? Let me go in the home directory. No matter, I'm in the home directory, right? Now here, if I do apt install, let me paste it here. Then you can see it's installing. Means it will work from anywhere, no matter where is the dev file, because it is hosted on a GitHub pages. Now your repository is hosted on the GitHub pages, and it can be accessed by any user if he or she have installed your key and also configured this list file. That is, here we have configured bhutu.repo.list. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Now you have got all the things that are required to host your app repository. And in the next video, we will create a script. By that, we will automate all the things that we have done here so that it will save our time and we can do it very fast. Right? So wait for the next video. Thank you.